So here we go again. Um, so I went last night and was kind of messing around, and I watched a video of Vosh. He, if you ever want to be entertained by highly educated people acting like 12-year-olds, check out Vosh's channel. But the big point is that he was going off on this girl, Crystal Ball, and I mean, he's quite losing his mind about the stuff that she was saying. I mean, she really triggered him in a major way. But it got me thinking that, and I've said this before, and I think that we need to actually get serious about it. We have the MAGA movement where we have everybody that's supporting Trump, and we're all trying to fix the problems that we have in this country. But I think that we need to focus on two things, and I've kind of alluded to this, I think, in a past video. But we really need to make this go viral. I don't want to be the front person. I wish we could get Dan Bongino or one of those guys, Tim Pool, to start talking about this, or at least start looking into it. But we have two major problems in this country that we need to solve. And we have a lot of problems, but two that will solve a vast majority of the other ones. The first one is that we need a constitutional amendment to, we'll call it the truth clause or whatever you want to call it, but that basically states that news media outlets, if they report an incorrect story, that they have to issue a retraction in the same medium that they issued the incorrect story. So, as an example, if Lemon goes on and says, and I know that's not how you say his name, but I don't care. But if Lemon goes on air and says that Trump is a racist, and it's later determined that CNN actually modified footage to make it look like Trump said something that he really didn't say, that Lemon has to go back on and say that they weren't being honest, and that the story, here's more of the footage, or whatever the situation is. If we could solve the problem, and I know that you have freedom of press. I know the government can't get involved in the freedom of press, and I'm not suggesting in any way that they do get involved in the freedom of press. They should be able to report on anything that that they feel like is a story. But what I do have a problem with, and I don't think that it would be in a violation of any amendments, is the media making things up. That they just make up a story and run with it in order to ruin a person's life. I don't think that should be fair. Well, I don't think it should be allowed. Fair or not, it should not be allowed. So we need to start pushing, and we need to start having a serious discussion about what this amendment would be and how it would word and how it would work. Because right now everybody has a problem with the media and the things that they're doing, but nobody's doing anything about it. So it's time that we stop sitting here fighting, because I want you to imagine a world where the media is actually telling the truth. You're not going to have race problems. You're not going to have you'll still have these leftist idiots like Vosh that think that they should be the ones controlling the world, but you're not going to have all the problems that we have in this country, because the only thing that would be getting out into the public are the things that are actually factual. And so now, no matter what news outlet you choose to watch, you're getting the truth. You're not getting a made up fairy tale to go destroy the world and burn the city down. So, I think the news media ought to be held liable for every single building that's been burned down in the cities, because they are the ones that are propagating all this hatred. So that's the first thing. The second amendment that we need to have is related to judges. We need to have some way that a judge that has clearly violated a person's constitutional rights in the name of activism, that they can be punished. There has to be either open them up for a lawsuit, a civil lawsuit where we can sue them for $1 million or whatever it happens to be, but there needs to be some ramification for breaking the law. Right now, our judges are absolutely criminal. I mean, you have good judges, but a good portion of them are criminals, and they sit on a bench and they judge us and make decisions that affect our lives and our families' lives, and they don't care. And they don't have there's no downside to it. There's nothing that is ever done to these people. And just like the judge that's over General Flynn's case right now, that man ought to be in jail for the amount of time that he wanted to put General Flynn in jail. But nothing's going to be done to him. Nothing. He'll continue to sit on his bench and continue to judge other people's lives, and nothing will ever be done to fix him. There needs to be some law passed, either a constitutional amendment or otherwise, that makes a judge liable for his incorrect decisions. He should not be able, and I'm not suggesting that an innocent mistake can't be undone, but he ought to be the one that has to undo it. He shouldn't be able to just say that I'm going to put you in jail for 20 years and have no reason for why he made this decision. So those are the two amendments we need to start fighting for, and we need to take advantage of the current situation that we're in, where the media has absolutely lost their ever-loving minds, and try to get some of this stuff passed, because this would be this is already the best country in the world, but this would be by far the most awesome country in the history of the world if we could get the media and the judges to actually do their jobs and quit lying to everybody and making up stuff in the name of activism.